Danielle, how important is mobile going to be to the future of this business?
Hugely important. I mean, for any business. And we've seen over the last year 500% growth, and it's making up about 10% of our total sales, which is in a very short time a very large number. So we have a lot of effort right now focused on mobile and StubHub everywhere concept to be able to access it at any point. Like if you're thinking you're walking, you're seeing something on TV, you're walking the street, the ability to actually buy a ticket right then and there. So we're spending a lot of time, and Monza's group has been spending a lot of time from a product perspective on figuring out the best mobile solutions.
It's our fastest growing business at ESPN, so
it's just like every
so it's exciting to see.
From an e-commerce perspective, it's just I mean, eBay or parent is highly focused on it's the leader. It's the leader in the space. For as an e-commerce company, eBay is leading the pack.
Well, it's actually 20% of our traffic, 10% of our sales, and the difference right now is finishing the experience. It's the seat map, quite frankly, to be honest with you, and Raji and Mott's demonstrated that's coming very soon. The other thing I would add to it is we're in a space with a rare opportunity of delivering an end-to-end digital experience. When you think about commerce in general, at some point, typically somebody has to put something in a box and send it to you. The types of integrations that we're demonstrating here where somebody can browse and discover, purchase, share, and then ultimately receive the product to their phone, even use their phone to get into the venue, is very, very powerful, and that is absolutely the future.
Great. I'm sorry. I want to add to that too. For us, we're now pushing what we're calling active publishing. So our alert products, we send out 1.3 billion alerts, and we think there's an opportunity a month. It's a great opportunity to create urgency around a lot of media content, but also potentially. So we're bullish on alerts and active publishing, and think that there's going to be a ticketing marketplace there, but also an ad marketplace as well. So.
How do you overcome the challenge, particularly older fans, older consumers, who feel worried or scared about going up with their cell phone or their mobile device and getting in the ballpark that way? Do they like the old paper tickets? How do you overcome it?
You guys,
I was asking Greg.
Well, I think like a lot of things, it'll be it'll happen over time, but it'll burst. I mean, it's going to be in the next couple of years the way I think things are done. So I see a lot of, I think you said elderly people walking around with smartphones and iPads these days.
Why don't you look at me when you say Okay, reality, can I say, from our view, it's not about dictating any one platform or any one delivery method, right? It's about giving the fan the choice again for what's best for them. Some fans may be more comfortable today with a printed home ticket and print it out themselves. So great, let them do that. Some fans may be more comfortable with the mobile device delivery and walk in the door with that, and I think you give them that offer. And
some fans want a hard ticket.
Yeah, some prefer the hard tickets. And I think the key is avoiding the scenario and the mindset that somehow we're going to dictate to the fans how they have to interact with us. I think one of the things that we've all succeeded about is giving the fans choices. I have an iPad in my lap when I watch the game on ESPN to track stats. I mean, but I love that. I love that interaction. And I'll look at the ads more now. But, giving the fans choices, they'll teach us what has the most traction and what works for them. So we've been a big advocate. Don't decide for the fan. Let the fan choose and just give them choices and deliver a great experience in each. They'll gravitate toward the best experience that works for them.
Yeah, I agree with that. To be clear, our aggression in mobile is based on the feedback from our customers. They're demanding it. So we're not trying to force it to them. They're actually, 2 years ago we released our first iPad or iPhone app, and we got 5 stars and a pat on the back for being innovative. Wow, good job, StubHub. And it was a kind of a minimal experience. It was about half of our browse experience. Today we're getting 2 stars because they want us to complete the puzzle here and make sure that it's end to end. And so we're no longer neat and innovative. They're demanding that we create parity with our website. So,
Ray and Danielle, this is for either of you. StubHub has had a deal with Major League Baseball for 5 years. That deal is now up for renewal. Anything you can tell us about what's happening?
As everyone reminds me every day. Yeah, so the baseball deal, I've been fortunate to work on for a very long time now. I feel like much more than 5 years. Has been really successful, both at the team. Most of you guys are aware it's a centralization. In baseball, there's one organization that owns the rights for all online, for digital, for ticketing. So our deal's been with that organization and has included all 30 teams. Erica's fierce. So it's been a really big success at the team level. It's brought new fans. Look, the most important thing, and this hasn't really come up, is I think that whether it's our website or whether it's other resale websites, that you create a new generation of fans. I mean, the bottom line is people are priced out. It's very expensive. Parking's $35, a beer is $12. Like, it's really hard to have a season ticket to a sporting event. So with baseball at 81 home games, and then the recession hitting exactly when our deal was happening, it provided an opportunity to grow the fan base and to actually get people into the ballpark that had not been to a baseball game before. So I think the team saw a lot of value. They're getting the data, they're getting the name, the marketing information, the price information. And I think, as I mentioned earlier, it provided a lot of efficiencies. So, from a league perspective, it's been really successful, and from a team perspective, it's been really successful. Not without some growing pains. The price floor is definitely, just to call a spade, it's definitely an issue. But I think it's one that, as Dave pointed out, there's pricing inefficiencies. Prices are overpriced, frankly. So it's been successful. We're very committed to the renewal. I think we're cautiously optimistic, and I would say, we would love to have a renewal. We'll leave it at that.
So we'll put you down for a maybe.
Strong
Maybe
maybe.
that's cautiously
We just announced
optimistic.
our deal with baseball, so.
Yeah, I mean, we're
And I just comment, we work with so many teams. It really is a mindset of the team that drives so much of this. 5 years ago, most of the teams said, we're in charge, we want to control the ticket, and we're going to set the rules. Now I think the more progressive teams are saying, you know what, we need fans in our building, and we need to broaden our fan base. And we're going to do that in the ways that the fans love. And I think you'll see more and more teams adopt that over time. I know we're seeing that from our 500 clients. More and more every day are saying, I want to participate in the secondary market. I want to leverage that fan relationship. A great example, University of Texas just got a new $10,000 donor and season ticket holder who bought a ticket on StubHub, went and had such a great experience, wasn't in the database, called back up and said, I want to be part of this every week. How do I get involved in the relationship? And I think that realization by the teams is going to change the mindset across the board. Because the fan is the most important thing we all have to worry about every day.
And they recognize it's a retention tool, right? So a lot of season ticket holders may drop their season tickets if they can't really post to an open marketplace like StubHub. I mean, that's just the bottom line. So.
Yeah, University of North Carolina would tell you this has been one of the highest rated things they've done for their season ticket holders when they did their survey, was giving them the chance to resell a game they couldn't attend. And I think that makes sense. With my tickets, speaking from experience with 3 sets, it's so true. You hate to open that drawer at the end of the season and see a bunch of games you paid for that no one ever used. It's your biggest frustration as a season ticket holder. To open that drawer and say, gosh, they all got used, some by me, some by my employees or friends, and some by someone that I sold them to, that's a win. Then you feel like I really got value from my relationship. That helps renewals.
Danielle, what about the Yankees?
What about the Yankees?
If the deal does go through, are they going to be in or are they going to opt out?
Here's what I'd say about the Yankees. We've been a really proud partner for 5 years. There's definitely been some public sentiment out there that they have some unease with the fact that we don't put price floors for things like their legend seats, which are $750 a ticket in an 81 game season, and that's really hard to stomach for anybody. There's been like a back and forth with the Yankees. I think we're really committed to making it work with the Yankees. I hope they're as committed, as we are. It would fall under the centralization structure of baseball, and we hope that they'll continue to be partners.
Mark, when you look at the research from ESPN, are we seeing a new kind of fan, a new kind of ticket buyer here? I mean, when I speak to sport fans and ticket buyers, I run into people who love to buy low, sell high, and they play it like the stock market. Are you seeing that at ESPN?
I mean, it's transparent for us. Our job is to bring as many people to StubHub to buy tickets as possible, so we don't really have the data on the actual ticket buyer. I think Ray could probably answer that more than I could. But overall for us, we've got 40 million unique users coming to ESPN.com every month, 20 million unique users coming to our mobile properties, spending billions of minutes consuming hundreds of millions of videos, and it's primarily an 18 to 34 demographic. So, you know, we feel like we're bringing the right audience to StubHub, but as far as specific data goes, I'd have to defer to Ray on that.
Yeah. Ray, what do you think? I mean, I've got fans who love the challenge of it. They love the challenge of finding the lowest price tickets and, you know, taking seats that they weren't going to use, as you said a moment ago, and getting some good money for it.
Yeah, so I think in the early days it was sold out, so what? And so that was probably more of a premium ticket and probably a premium price, but it was an option that people suddenly had that they didn't have before. Today the marketplace is so vast and you have so many different price points. What it really has done is created a lot of different behaviors. We've seen our last minute business explode. People, you know, we've essentially trained people to wait because prices tend to dip towards the event. You were asking a little bit about big sales days. Typically every event has a U-curve. There's kind of the on sale on the initial burst of information, excitement around the event. Then it kind of tapers off a little bit, and then right up before the event you get all the people who were last minute who didn't realize it was going on and waited, and there's a lot more being pushed to that side of the curve now because people are doing it at the last minute. Yeah, I think like eBay has seen over the years, people like to hunt and peck and get bargains, and it's not just getting a 50-cent ticket, which is, you know, an option these days on StubHub. It's value. So it's sometimes, you know, it's really individual. It depends on what you consider to be value. Some people will pay a couple $100s to sit behind home plate when it may have cost them $750, and they're, you know, they're really excited about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think what it's done is give consumers choice, and they're using that choice to the full spectrum.
We'd like to open it up for questions. If anybody has any questions,